Hello! So today's vlog video is on what to expect in counselling. So what made me do this video is I kind of wanted people to know anyway for what to expect, because it is something no one really talks about. Even if someone's been to counselling, because of the stigma, not many people talk about it. They won't say, oh, I've been to counselling, let me tell you what happens, because it's very private and it's very hard, because it can be seen as something's going to be wrong with you if you go into counselling. And yes, there can be a vulnerability in your life, but it doesn't mean you should be ashamed. Life happens, you know. Stuff does go wrong. I don't know if I've ever met anyone that's had a perfect life where everything has gone just as they've wanted every day, where they wouldn't want to talk to someone, or they haven't had a down day, they haven't wanted to cry. But also I saw a girl's video on YouTube, and I'll post her link below, and hopefully she's okay with me mentioning this. And she kind of explains some stuff that I'd never thought you'd think about, which I'll go into later. So what I'll talk about first is confidentiality, because that's something you expect, understandably. There are certain occasions where confidentiality has to be broken for legal reasons, and it's purely to protect you. It's not to, it would never be to tell, say if you were 14, to tell your parents, or you said you were smoking the other week. It's never for that reason. It's only if you are in danger of hurting yourself or someone else. So when that happens and there's life in danger, we want, you know, no one's life to be lost. So it's about telling someone, making a difference, and that's when confidentiality will be broken. There's also, if there's any suspicion or information on terrorist acts, and also child protection. So it's very hard if you're suicidal and saying, you know, next week I'm going to do it, and you telling someone that could help, and talking through it could take you away from it. And that's what the counsellor at the same time has got to realise. Would you saying, I'm suicidal, I'm going to do it tomorrow night, him stopping the session there and saying, right, I'm going to go ring the police, that probably wouldn't be any helpful. But talking to you for that 15 minutes may help. And it's hard for both sides to kind of open up and realise what's the best thing to say and do in that situation. But just be aware of situations where people need to tell someone what people think as counselling. So a lot of people, when I've said to people, oh, I'm a counsellor, like, oh, you can read my mind, or oh, tell me what to do. It's not like that at all. It's very much what you bring gets dealt with. So to take from that, my main points are, if you bring, say if your problem is you're feeling really depressed, but you're talking about this work colleague that you hate, that doesn't have a relevance on it, and you're bringing that every week, not letting yourself be open to anything more. Don't get me wrong, it's also for the counsellor to kind of see, this isn't really a problem, why is she talking about it, why is he talking about it, let me dig deeper. But you've also got to be open to talking about your problem, which is scary. But you have to go with the mindset of, I have got a vulnerability, I want to talk about that vulnerability, I've got to talk about that vulnerability, otherwise there's no point to not actually deal with what you want to deal with, as hard as it will be to deal with it. And I hope that makes sense. The counsellor won't give you advice, won't tell you what to do. Well, it's not where you'd say, right, I hate this person, what do I do? And I'll say, right, you need to change your job. No, we help you see your own decisions and realise that you've got the potential in you to find the answers. You just maybe need a bit of guidance, making them decisions together, but empowering you that you can do it, because you won't be in counselling forever, and you want to be able to live in the big wide world on your own. So there's no point telling you what to do, because if it happens again, you're like, well, I need someone to tell me what to do. So just thinking 50 minutes is a long time. An hour can be a long time, it can be a really short time, depending how you see time. You will predominantly lead that time. So the 50 minutes isn't the counsellor reading off spiels of books you should read, or you need to do this. It's predominantly you talking. And with that also comes not talking. So like I said, there are moments where you just don't know what to say, or you're taking a moment. That silence can be just as helpful and important as talking. And also you will notice how your counsellor sits with your silence. Do they feel awkward? Do they hold you in that time? And silence is as much as body language, everything is being monitored in the session. So it can be different people are doing more stuff based on nature now, so going for walks and talks where they walk through a park and just talk to you, so the setting's more relaxed, because being in a room can be again daunting. So walking through nature, being outside, breathing fresh air and that kind of thing. The silence is another way of working. Talking, writing, drawing, singing, crying, there's so many different ways of kind of expressing yourself, and depending how you are and depending how your counsellor is, depending on which way you go, you may just talk for 50 minutes and that's it, you go away each week. Someone may be very artistic and draw and say it that way, or someone might just sit in silence for the majority of time. It's completely how you work. And from what I said leading from the introduction was the vlogger who was posting about her story, and what really interested me, and I never even thought about it, was she was explaining that the counsellors can't give you medication, and that a lot of YouTubers had asked her that, and it never even come to my thought, because I know we can't, and it was something I just wanted to kind of put in this video. I would say for your sessions, arrive on time. By that I mean don't come at 10, say if your session is at 12 o'clock, don't come at 11:50, don't come at 11:55. I say come, 1 minute to 2 minutes to 12 o'clock, because counsellors will tend to have other people they see, and it's hard if you were at a counsellor's house or an office where they don't have a receptionist or something like that, to be knocking on the door while they're in a session with somebody else, or writing the notes for their previous session. So I'm very time orientated, and when I've been to therapy before, I used to go early, and then I realised I was just sitting in the car for longer. And the final bits is you may love the first session, you may hate the first session, you may go to 5 more, 10 more, and you may realise I love it, it's helping, or you may realise it's not. And if it's not, you need to figure out why. Is it because, one, you're not putting in the effort? By that I mean you're talking about that work colleague when really something else a lot deeper is going off, so you're not being open. It may be the counsellor's not putting in what they should be, and not because you're a counsellor you know everything. There are different limitations or different training, there's different experience, and maybe they're just not right for you. It can just be the wrong time, so it's debating and figuring out when is the right time for you to talk about this, because there's no point talking about something completely different and wasting your time if you're not ready. It can just be the counsellor and you don't work together, so as a partnership it's just not working, and that again is okay. There's so many different, it's so hard to work with people. You realise it at work, with your family, with friends. People are hard, and it's not everyone gets along, and not everyone can work together, and with it being such a private thing and a personal thing, you want to make sure you're getting it right. So don't forget, it will be hard. So just because you've gone to the first session, it's like, oh, I don't want to talk about this, counselling not right for me. You need to figure out, is it because you're scared? Or is it because, oh no, I realise this is tough, but I need to kind of break through that barrier as well. So always your gut instinct, you know what's right, make that decision. So I hope this has helped, and any questions please comment below. Thank you, bye.